Obviously coming off of a win and a shutout, it was good vibes coming into the week, and just really preparing to continue to grow and work on what we need to work on.
Yeah, and of course, there's a confidence boost, right? Being back-to-back home matches. What does it supply you all? Just the momentum, the energy to know that you get to play again here this weekend.
Yeah, getting to play here at home is always just, it feels like we have an upper hand. We have an extra person on the field with the crowd. We're so excited to get this second game, and having a few road games was tough, and so this is making us feel more confident and comfortable.
I said last time we chatted, my notes was, is this E-ball's best game? And then this another match passed, and you're just such a stable, consistent presence, I think, in the back line. What's clicking for you right now? Are you just feeling really good, feeling confident?
Yeah, feel good, feel confident. We've just been having some good trainings, and the team is just flowing and connecting well. And I think all of us are just taking, steps in the right direction, and it feels good that we're all kind of on the same page with that.
Lainey Rouse just got an extension. What have you seen from her? What are your thoughts on her being pretty much an addition to the back line and a stable pace at this moment?
Yeah, Lainey is incredible. First of all, her personality is just the brightest in the room. So it's so awesome to, get to see her get minutes and get to show her stuff on the field too, and show that she's an incredible player. She has a lot of room to grow, but she has such a great foundation, and she's been playing amazing. And yeah, it's been great to have her back there and be able to trust and rely on her.
Just a couple more for you. Looking at Houston, a team that likes to clog the center, a team that likes to stay compact, where do you see opportunities to kind of expose them?
Yeah, hopefully we can, continue to connect passes. I think that's one thing that we've been really working on is, making sure we're connecting smart and, good passes, and making sure they're the right pace and the right texture. And I think that's what will break the teams down. And obviously we have an amazing front line who everybody's afraid to play against. So just keep using Seam 3 and finding people in Seam 2 and just connecting all the lines together.
Hey, congratulations. Pitch Sides made it into Sam's Club.
Thank you.
Congrats on how did that come to be? Are you guys so excited about that?
Yeah, that's incredible. When they reached out to us, it was nuts to even fathom being able to have 7,000 pounds of coffee going out at one time, which was a tough feat. But yeah, we're super excited, and that's a really big step for our company. So we're really excited and hope people enjoy. Yeah. Hey, low-key, me too, but don't tell Sam's. I got my card now, so we're good to go.
You guys got your first shutout against Chicago. What worked defensively, and how do you look to carry that into your game against Houston?
Yeah, I think we just have to stay disciplined, and I think that's something that comes with time and, new people coming into the back line and just, new coach, new team. Like, we're finally finding our stride, and I think that just being confident and staying structured is what really got us through.
Temple got a hat trick in the last game. Can you talk about her performance and what she means to the team?
Obviously, anybody who's ever seen Temple play knows that she's an incredible player. Blacko in the background knows that she's an incredible player. I would hate to play against her, and her getting those 3 goals I think was really good. She, Golden Boot, is always on the horizon for her, and she really just showed that last game.
The Zoom. Tom, if you'd like to unmute and ask your question.
Hey, E-ball. There's been a lot of changes in the midfield as far as personnel based off of availability. How is that cohesion between the back line and that shifting midfield really kind of solidified?
Yeah, we have dogs in the midfield across the board. Every midfielder that we have is so reliable. So they work so hard. Their meters are crazy to see at the end of the game, but all of them put in a shift every single time. And Bailey is an amazing addition to the midfield. She cleans up everything, and she has the best touch I've seen. So it's great to have players that can always step in and just be a starter and not even have us blink an eye.
And then I'm a large proponent of look good, feel good, perform good. I know that you'll be wearing the third kits for the first time. What are your feelings about the kit, and what are the feelings in the locker room about that?
Yeah, we're super excited to play in the new kits. We've had a couple Friday games, so we're excited. I feel like every team's worn theirs, and we're ready to pull up and show out in them. I think the fans have really enjoyed. They look pretty swaggy, and yeah, we're excited to pull up and get a win in them.
Daniel, we will turn it over to you next.
Hey, I wanted to ask about your partnership with Kayla. Last year, you guys had a really long run of like not conceding a goal, and I know, they've been trying to get Robinson in there a bit, but what makes you and Kayla's partnership work so well, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think the whole back line just has such a good connection, and anybody can interchange at any moment. We all just kind of have the same, I don't know, maybe it's just the same heart. We just want to work for each other, and I think that that's something that defensively as a unit we do well, and Kayla and I do well, Gabby and I do well, Kayla and Gabby do well together. So whoever you throw out there, like I think we want to work for each other, and we don't want any goals going in the back of the net.
And then I was going to ask about Lainey to your side. I know like a couple of starts in, she's already got a contract extension, but obviously they see something in her. I've seen it myself. What do you see in what she brings and kind of the impact, even as a rookie, she's been able to make through just a couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, Lainey is just so confident and composed. I think that she's not afraid to, take chances and make a mistake. But I think the one thing that she really has under her belt is working hard to get back. If we lose the ball, Lainey's going to be the first one getting back. If she needs to make like a last-ditch tackle, Lainey's making that tackle and winning the ball. And I think that as a rookie, it's hard to come in and, play at this level against, the best forwards in the world. And Lainey slid right in, and she really, I mean, she's making everybody proud on the field for sure.
PJ, we will turn it over to you next.
Hey, well, mentioning Lainey, it seems like when we've talked to her, she has the kind of a sweet personality of like, just a genuine kind nature, and obviously on the pitch she just transforms. Just how do you see just kind of that personality transformation that everybody kind of has to make once you get on the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, Lainey, yeah, I think that she just has that confidence, that like quiet confidence off the field. And when you see her come on the field, she transforms into that person. And I think she's just a through and through competitor. And I think that that's something that our team kind of prides themselves on. So I think she found a great spot, and it really shows all the things that she brings to the table.
With that, thank you, Ebal, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
We're back with head coach Chris Armas. Same thing as before. For those on Zoom, please use the raise your hand feature and we will call on you, or you can type your question into the chat. We will start in the room. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. So you guys have now back-to-back wins. I'm sure looking to make it a third. What have you seen from Houston so far?
Yeah, listen, if we first talk about ourselves, we do have a little bit of momentum, and it's important that we reset each time now and expect the best from the next team coming through. So we know there's good energy, that we're building upon who we are, and we've seen some really good glimpses of that consistency that we're trying to build upon. So yeah, that's us for a second. And by the way, we love that we have another one at home for our fans. It's a place like no other, and the fans get behind us, and I think the players feed off of that and the fans feed off of that, and it goes both ways. So yeah, Houston, we know they can be very dangerous. They can press teams. They can force lots of turnovers in the opponent's half, which we're very aware of. Like last year in one of the matches, they can be stingy too and drop lower, and for sure we think they're a good team. A lot of respect for what they're doing. And players like Avery Patterson on the team you can't ignore, and they have talent all around. I think they're very unique at what they do. They can play centrally. They can open you up out wide. So they can, like most teams in this league, or all the teams in this league, they can pose certain threats that we're aware of. So we know it's going to be a challenge and a battle for sure from the opening whistle, where we're looking for points, they're looking for points, and we'll expect their best.
And you guys had your first shutout this season against Chicago. What do you think worked defensively to get that?
There's a lot that goes into gaining shutouts in this sport, where it's ever changing. There's coincidence in matches. There's set pieces. There's opposition. 100 minutes worth of this, which again starts probably with the front line. And if we defend from the front, if we are all committed to team defending, transition moments, and then box defending, all the little things that go into that, which is a big task. So if it ends with our goalkeeper, Lorena, who's we think is sharper and sharper in a good way, this has to be now consistency and execution in all that the opposition, the threats that they pose. So it always is welcomed when there's a shutout, especially when we're attacking a lot. If you just defended, maybe you can expect less moments to defend, but we are committing numbers, we're going after teams, and it does leave us exposed at times. So we love the shutout. We want to build on that.
We will turn it over to Zoom now. Tom, if you would like to start.
Hey, Coach. This starts the stretch of 3 matches within 10 days. It's not as compact as the last time that you had 3 matches in a week, but obviously the results weren't necessarily what you wanted. How do you make sure that you start that 3-match run on the right track?
Well, like we've been speaking about, it's we have a process, sticking to it, starting strong in games. Can we score first? But it starts with mentality, how we step on the pitch, and that's only part of it. Like on those road games that you talk about, we think we stepped on the pitch with the right mentality in those days, but it has to be much more than that. It has to be execution and sharpness, and you got to win. You got to win every 5-minute segment, and then it starts to add up. But listen, I think we're a different team than we were in the beginning of the year, and we're learning and growing. We've had to rely on this roster. We've had to rely on some big pieces that we haven't had from the start of the year, and even from last year. So we're a better team now than we were then. And what's important in this homestand is that we reset it every time, and we step on the pitch with the right mentality.
And then going up against Houston, obviously their goalkeeper being Jane Campbell, U.S. Women's National Team veteran, leading or towards the top in several goalkeeping statistics in the league. What's the message to make sure that the team is being clinical when when those opportunities arise, and even when she does like make a pretty amazing save.
She's a tremendous goalkeeper, and she's got a good back line and team in front of her. And we have all the respect for that. She's also a good distribution, and she's all around a good goalkeeper. So she's aggressive on set pieces to come out and command the box, and this is something we're well aware of. When we talk about scoring goals, we oftentimes, we don't speak about which goalkeeper is in the opposition net, and now on this given day, how do you score goals? Like for us, the best goalkeepers in the world can handle most things and deal with most things, and the best goalkeepers in the world still have trouble with certain types of things that we really try to rep and talk about, which doesn't change game to game. The goal, the size doesn't change, and it doesn't move. So if we stick to who we are and our principles of how we try to manufacture goals, we think we can give her a hard test. But it's a big challenge, especially when the person between the pipes is that good. But we like the challenge.
Turn it over to you next.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask about the E-Ball and Kayla Sharple's partnership. For them, last year they went on a stretch, I think it was like 9-10 games where they didn't concede a goal as a partnership back there. What makes them so good together as a backline pairing, in your opinion?
Well, the first thing I'd say to give them credit is that there's experience with in the game and in the league. Each of them has, and there's experience of both of them playing together. So they can get on the same page and play off of each other and stay connected physically and mentally. That's to their credit, and they've had those reps that back that up. When you talk about putting up the shutout and you talk about their good performance, I think you have to talk about all the players around them too. And then part of it's their ability to get people around them to do what they need, but it starts with the way we're attacking, defending up the pitch, in our pressing, in our mid-block, coming back into the game, dealing with transition moments. So, yeah, I think it's clear why we can give those two credit. But two players, it's hard for them to do their thing without the what is that? My math is right. 9 other players doing their thing.
And then I wanted to ask about Lainey. She gets a contract extension pretty quickly here after just getting a couple of starts. But obviously, we've seen she's got the ability to shut down some pretty high-level attackers. What have you seen from her? And, why has it been such a quick transition for her into this league as a rookie?
Well, listen, it's early in the game, for a young player. I know she's 23 years old, but and time will tell. But as coaches and in recruitment, we look for certain things that we think are going to add up and hold up, and then be able to sustain. And with her, she checks the 3 boxes I like to talk about, and that's just when you think about which players make it in this game. In any league, in any country. And, it starts with having talent. You have to have some level of talent, which she does. She's a good 1v1 defender. She's got a good brain for the game. And she's so, her attitude's right, and she'll keep getting better from that part of things. But she's got great talent. She's a high character individual, which we don't go after the players without the character. And the thing that she also has is passion. Again, character and talent without passion, we don't want those players. So she also has this passion for the game. So she likes the game. She loves training. She loves the duels and the 1v1, the challenges. So she likes to flex the speed sometimes, and she's a competitor. So listen, anytime we can identify these young players, bring them into our environment, see how that goes, and if we can lock them up sooner than later, it's a wise decision, and I'm thrilled for her, and that our club has her around for the next few years.
PJ, we will turn it over to you next.
Hey Chris, just on the Laney front, or just on the roster front, also, it seems that y'all are pretty quick to sign players, or I mean, bring players in, and then if they're on short-term contracts, you are quick to sign them long-term in a few cases. I know some decisions are above you, but just wanted to ask us just about making sure that you secure players on the roster, just from that aspect.
Yeah. So what is your question? I'm sorry, PJ.
Just in just with the quickness of making sure you maintain players.
Yeah. Listen, we're we have a sporting director in Vlatko, and between that and GMs and myself and ownership, we collaborate and we do what we think's best for the team. I'm tasked with coaching the team, but I have input on roster. So again, I'm not the one strategically locking in contracts. I don't deal with that side of the game here, and agents, and it's just not the contracts. But my input is when we identify the talent and we like certain players, can we lock them in? And again, the from a strategic standpoint, that's good, just good business. So yeah, that's what we. In this league, it's we think we have a good product here and something that players would, something desirable in our club, and the players that want to be here and that we want here, we try to, of course, it's always going to be, can we lock them in for as long as possible? Now their agents won't like it, but for the least amount of money as possible, and they got to get the most money as possible, and that's how it goes. But that's someone else's job to do. But I'm part of that process.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.